Hello, I'm here at YouTube Space in London, and today we're talking about collaboration because it's one of the tips that YouTube kind of dishes out all the time. They talk about you want to grow your channel, collaborate, but no one ever seems to really break down why that works and how you actually do that. But that's going to change today, right now, through the power of collaboration, no less, because I've got my good friend here, David Walsh from davidwalshonline.com and youtube.com/davidwalshonline. And David, you've collaborated with pretty much the great and the good of the YouTube experts, the likes of Tim Schmeier, Daryl Eves, Nick Nimmin, me.
Yeah, that's right at the top of that Christmas tree.
Joking, of course. But you know, you've collaborated with all of these people, and you know your channel's seen massive growth over the last few years. No doubt that has got a lot to do with collaboration. So we're just going to have a kind of informal chat and talk about why collaboration works so well,
and the
how to get collaborations, and how to really make sure you get the most out of a collaboration. So. I'm sitting back in my interviewing style here. So David, what was your first collaborate? Can you remember your first YouTube collaboration?
I think it was actually with Daryl. Because we were on a call. He was running a webinar, and he saw my name on there, and then he said, "Hey, would you mind staying back?" And then he just said to me, "Hey, we're in the space." We didn't know each other directly. But we knew of each other because obviously, he started a few weeks before I did, back in, 2013 or whenever it was. So we knew of each other, and we were sort of competitors at that time. But he said, "Hey, do you mind staying back and we have a chat?" So he said, "We'd love to do a collaboration." And I said, "Absolutely." So.
And if you don't mind me asking, what kind of sizes were your channels at that point? Because now you're both huge. But were you kind of similar sizes, or one of you bigger than the other?
Yeah, Daryl was probably a couple of hundred, maybe 1,000 more than me, but we're in the couple of thousand mark, 3,000 to 5,000 if I remember correctly. So we weren't huge, we weren't like millions and millions and stuff like that. So we were getting traction in the how to YouTube space. So we had got a couple of thousand subscribers each. So we were of similar size.
And so do you think that was a key driving force, that you were kind of the same size? So it wasn't like one was getting a huge advantage off another big audience. What do you think it even mattered, or is it just that you felt there was a good connection?
For us at the time, it didn't really matter. Like if he had 20,000 and I had 2, I don't think it would have really mattered because both of us were getting a similar traction and stuff. And I've collaborated with channels when I've got like 40, 50, 80,000, 100,000 with channels that have like 1,000 and stuff. So I don't see the number as being an issue. I'm more about the topic and stuff like that. And even if it's like I have done Christmas videos here, we're in YouTube space, I've done Christmas videos here to help smaller YouTubers. And my minimum qualifier was you had to have 1,000 subscribers. And it just showed to me that they've done enough work to get enough traction on YouTube to warrant working with me. And it's not a snobbish thing, it's just that they've done the work rather than somebody coming in with 2 subscribers. They've rolled out of bed one day, switched on their phone, made a crappy video, and they think they qualify for that. But for me at the time, getting back to your question, we had a similar size, and the sizes weren't really the thing, is that we were in a very similar space at a very similar time, and we wanted to achieve the same thing.
And so you're both of a similar size. Yeah. How did the collaboration take place? Were you together in a room? Was it a Skype call? Was it you filming one half, him filming the other half, smashing it together? And ultimately, was it a success? How did you measure that success, and did you both see it as a positive thing to do?
Actually, I think the first collaboration we did was at YouTube Space LA. I was in LA for VidCon, and Daryl had sorted out some tickets for us, because Tim Schmoyer was there as well. Daryl had sorted out some tickets for us to go see Piano Guys, so that was great. But we actually went to YouTube Space in LA. He had booked a studio there, so we did our first collaboration there and stuff. So that was really cool that, we actually did it together, because there's a big, massive ocean between us, and that we got to do it in YouTube Space LA. So that was quite cool as well. We got photos, the usual stuff. But it was a success. I didn't really measure it because I had lots of other things to do at the time. But it was quite a success, because we had passed subscribers to each other. We had only about a 10 to 20% overlap in subscribers, because people will follow you based on your personality. You can have, like that's the same with vloggers. Like vloggers are 10 a penny on YouTube, but they follow you for your personality. And some people might like you way over Casey Neistat or someone else like that. So don't worry about other people being in your space. It's people will follow you for you.
Well, actually, I want to come back to something you said earlier, because you said other people could have considered Daryl as a competitor, just as I could view you as a competitor, or vice versa. But really, it makes the most sense to collaborate with who the mainstream may see you as a competitor, because that's most likely to have a good audience crossover. Because I know that people watching your videos are looking to grow their YouTube channels. You know that people from my audience are looking to do the same, and they're going to be of a certain mindset. They're going to be looking for the same kind of answers. They're going to be looking for the same kind of results. And who knows, they may be in the market to buy similar products that we're both selling. Potentially. Link on card. So I think that's so important, not just to collaborate for collaboration's sake, but to actually say, if I put myself in front of David's audience, or if David puts himself in front of my audience, are they going to be scratching their head like saying, why is this guy here? Are they going to say, this makes perfect sense? They're both talking about what I'm interested in, and also now let me go and check out more of what David's done and subscribe. And vice versa. And
there's two very important things there. It's like, if you look at the fitness industry, somebody who buys fitness products like diet products or how to get fit, they don't have just one. They have 5, 10. And the vast majority of them will be from different people. They might have 2 or 3 from the one person because they like that person and they like the workouts, but they will typically have a number of products from a number of different people, because that's what appeals to them, and that's what this would be. Second thing is, we can say the same thing, but Tom may say it in a way that you might understand better than the way I would say it, and vice versa. So it's not about necessarily the exact same content. It can be put in a different way that helps you understand. So if Tom is doing a collaboration video with me, and Tom says the exact same thing I've said, but in a slightly different way that you understand better, then that makes me look good, because I brought Tom in to help you understand stuff a lot easier.
Yeah, and also this is not like ITV versus BBC One,
or ABC versus NBC in the US.
Yeah, this is not like 9 o'clock time slot. Who's going to win the ratings war? YouTube is an on-demand platform. I could go and watch 2 hours of me. I could go and watch 2 hours of David, then go and watch 2 hours of Nick Nimin, Roberto Blake, Daryl Lee, Tim Schmoyer, Brian G. Johnson, whoever it is. We can, you can watch all of those. In fact, if I go and watch videos from all of these people, I'm going to get a well-rounded education rather than just getting one person's point of view. So you're actually doing your audience a kind of service by introducing them to other experts. And really, if you're scared of exposing your audience to your competitors, then really you're not confident in the message that you're giving or the value that you're providing. So that's something that you would you'd really need to look at. I want to move on now to actually, how do you get a collaboration? So your one came around kind of organically. Our first collaboration came across quite organically. But if I'm sat in my bedroom, 15-year-old boy in Australia, and I want to collaborate with someone sitting in their bedroom in London, I'm a complete stranger. I can't just turn up to a meetup or something like that.
Yeah.
How can I get that collaboration going? What tips have you got for me or for people out there to seal the deal there?
I would take a step back. You did mention meetups and stuff. Like they're probably actually one of the easiest ways to get collaborations. Like if you want to work with somebody in a different country, that's a bit more difficult. There's a bit of swimming involved or a lot of walking. But start getting collaborations with people locally. Like if you're here in London or if you're in LA or New York and stuff, there are events happening at YouTube Spaces in those countries. And I'm sure if you do a search, there's YouTube groups in your city or your county or your state or whatever that you can plug into and start doing collaborations with. I know in London, there's a number of active YouTuber groups here, and they help work with each other and they do lots of events with each other.
Shout out to London Small YouTubers
awesome peeps.
Facebook group, link in the description.
Awesome people. So that would be the first place to begin, because especially if you're a bit of an introvert and you're not too confident in yourself, it's a lot easier when you're face to face with somebody and you go, hey, I'd like to do a collaboration with you. They can help you bring you out of your shell and help you just gain that confidence to do collaboration videos. Next thing is, if you want to approach somebody who is far away and maybe they are of a similar topic, maybe you're vloggers or something like that, is to follow their channel, follow them on social media, Twitter, Instagram, whatever, Facebook, if they're on there, follow them, build a conversation with them on those platforms, reply to or leave comments on their videos, be present in their site, be present in their mindset every time that you got that mind share with them and say, hey, love your video, awesome new topic here, I'm going to share it with my people. If you build up goodwill with those people, if you're sharing their stuff with your audience, then you're going to create that goodwill with them. If you're promoting them, you're going to build up that goodwill, and then it becomes easier when you go, hey, wouldn't it be awesome if we did a collaboration together? You might find that they are actually approaching you to do the collaboration. You don't have to ask them.
Yeah, because I would call all of that creative flirting. So you're flirting with them. You're showing up in their comments.
Yeah.
Also, you're helping for them to reach their goals. So you're sharing.
Yeah.
You're liking. You're kind of helping spread the word. Whether if they've got a new launch of a product or a new video, you're being an evangelist.
Yeah.
Once you've got that relationship, and now you've built a relationship, once the conversation of a collaboration does come up, I think you'd agree with this, David, especially if you're the smaller person or the person that's probably going to gain more from the collaboration. I think it was really important that you go to them with a solid idea.
Exactly.
You do the heavy lifting.
Exactly.
Don't go to them and say, oh, let's collaborate. Got any ideas?
Yeah.
I would say, and this is the way that it happened when we first collaborated, I said, David, I've got an idea for not one, but 2 videos, and I'm actually going to kind of do a lot of the kind
legwork,
the pre-scripting for both videos, because I knew that obviously not only is David busy and stuff like that, but really David was kind of taking a chance on me being a much smaller YouTuber. So I'd definitely say that's a really good tip, is to bring something to the table, also not only in terms of work, but what skills can you provide that YouTuber might not have? Are you an animator? Are you good with music, After Effects? Can you offer to do something that YouTuber couldn't do without probably spending money? Exactly.
And it's like bringing those skills to the table can work in your favor, because you don't know. They could be looking for a new videographer, they could be looking for a new animator or a music composer or something like that. And as Tom said, he does bring the ideas to say, okay, here's 2 related videos. So one video will be on my channel, one video will be on his, and we'll cross-promote them. And Tom will go, well, here are the topics that are related that we can split up in between the 2 channels. And here are the bullet points of the topics, because we don't need scripting at this point. We just go, here's the bullet points, let's just talk about that. And boom, we go. So if you bring that to the table, they will see that you've done the work for them. They just need to show up, film the stuff, and if you even offer to edit the video for them and stuff like that, you do, as he said, all the heavy lifting, then it makes it a much more appealing for them to do a collaboration with you.
and also much more likely that they're going to do it again, because if I turn up to a shoot with David and I'm late, like I was today, or I haven't done the work, or I'm not bringing my A game, and I'm not being helpful, and I'm not being productive, or if I then go away and I'm late with the edit, or if you need a piece of my B-roll and I've not sent it, or you're waiting for my link, or I've used there's 1,000 things that you could do wrong. So you really need to kind of be on your best behavior. And so the first collaboration is almost like an audition. Would you think that's like, so you're auditioning for more collaborations and more cross promotion. And then also I think that goes for once the video's live, is you really want to be doing the heavy lifting in terms of promotion, showing that you're sharing that on social media as early as possible, on as many platforms as possible, tagging the collaborator. Obviously that's going to help you as well, because if they do share it, then that's going to help. The final kind of thing that I want to touch on is, you're filming the collaboration, you've got your scripts, everything's kind of ready. How do you really seal the deal in terms of getting one audience from one channel to another? I know we've already spoken about two-part videos, but is it really just all about that closing call to action, do you think?
A lot of it is. It's like we did talk about, like, having the one video on each channel, and then having the call to action to go and visit the other video on the other channel. Now, if you're doing collabs with somebody that's in a totally different subject for you category or whatever, like I could do an interview with a beauty vlogger, which I've done before, and then they could do a beauty video with me, whatever, something that's totally on a different tangent to each other. Then you can get them to send them over to your video on the interview with them and stuff like that. So, but the call to action is probably the biggest way that you're going to get that cross promotion. So as we discussed, like, we're in the same space, so it's very easy for us to talk about the same subject matter, and I can do 4 tips on my video and he can do 4 tips on his video, so that we have that what's called an open loop, that if you want to get all 8 tips, then you have to watch both videos. You see. So the call to action is the strongest thing, and that goes without saying on all of your videos, like whether you want them to subscribe, watch more videos, tell people what to do. If you want them to go to another video, tell people what to do.
And that is a perfect way to wrap up. David, I want to say thank you. It's been really enlightening, through the power of collaboration, to teach people about collaboration. You can click somewhere around here to see a playlist of my face on all of the other channels that I've collaborated with. Most importantly, click here now to go to David's channel. If you have not already subscribed, you must do so. Super, super, super smart in the world of how to grow your YouTube channel. And if you get time, you can click somewhere around here to subscribe to my channel too.